Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Christianah Adesida. Welcome to day 19 of my 30 days challenge. Tonight, I will be talking about translators, the need for translators at the shelters, which bring me to the questions. One of the questions, which is question 12 of those questions, answers. I'll be providing answers to question 12 of the questions posted last 2 days ago. Last week, yeah, it's last week now, huh? All right, last week I posted about 31 questions from Vibes, and tonight I will be addressing yet another questions from the list of questions posted, and this is question 12. And the question says, are there translators designated at shelters to help assist those who don't speak English? I know last week I remember talking about translators, the need for translators at the shelter. But I know on day 15, to be precise, I talk about the need for females and the job opportunity posted by FEMA looking for translators. They're looking for sign language translators, and also they're looking for deaf translator. Let me make sure I'm telling you the right thing. Yes, they're looking for certified deaf translator. I talked about that on day 15 of my 30 days challenge, but today got a little bit interesting because I was reading these questions and I was like, oh, okay. And I came about an article from actually the local newspaper in Houston, Texas. And this article shed light to, hey, good evening, Chief, how are you? All right, and for those of you that are watching, thanks for joining, and please tag people, other people that you know, so they can join me tonight, because I have some interesting information to put out that can be, thank you for the thumbs up, that can be very beneficial to those people at the shelter right now, and those people that are in Houston, Texas, or that have family all over Houston, Texas, especially those that are not that doesn't speak English, or that doesn't speak fluent English, that need help. All right, back to what I was talking about. So we have a lot, and this article talked about how we have a lot of people that doesn't speak English, not an ounce of English. Remember, on day one, I talked about Houston being the largest city in the United States with the largest populations of immigrants. That means they have people from all walk of life in the city of Houston. And we're not talking about just hundreds of people. We're talking about thousands of people that doesn't even speak English. All right. One thing that we have to look at is the fact that in one of the shelter, I'll be precise, that's the Austin Deco Center shelter. All right. Majority of the people at this shelter are immigrants. I'm not just talking about Spanish-speaking countries. They are immigrants from all over the world. They have immigrants from Asians, from Vietnamese. They have from Africa, from Europe, from Indian that doesn't speak English. And all these people are at one location and there's no translator. So one thing is that the Red Cross has not been doing a good job, or they don't have enough volunteers. So don't let me say they haven't been doing a good job, even though that's what the newspaper portrayed. But I know that there's high demand for translator, but there's no enough volunteers. So as I always do, so tonight is a call for volunteers. If you speak any of these languages, there are many languages, like all embedded in the culture, in American cultures. So if you speak any of these languages that I've mentioned, I'm going to talk more about the details of the language later. Please, they need you at the shelter. There's hundreds of shelters all across Houston that are in need of translators. If you speak African language, Chinese, Indian, Tagalog, Filipino language, all over, even Amharic. There's a lot of Ethiopians out there too. So whatever language you speak, and you understand English pretty well, and you can actually help people navigate, understand what is going on the ground. We need you. Houston needs you. America needs you. All right. Let me get back to why I choose to talk about this, because this same article that I read was talking about a family in Devco, Houston Devco Center Shelter, that they just lost. The people out there are just lost, and they don't have any translator. And we have one of the people, evacuees in the shelter, basically speaking in his native tongue, saying that this is like on that day he regretted not understanding English, because it could have helped several people at the shelter, but because he doesn't speak English, he said he spent most of his adult life working, so he doesn't have time to go back to school to learn English. All right, but that's not the case. This guy wants to help, but is not in a position to help, whereas we have people out there that can actually help. However you can. We have a lady that volunteered a week to just go up there. This lady understands Mexican language and volunteered a week to go down there to Devco to actually to help those people on the ground. And they really appreciate it, because one thing that we have found out, and that you're gonna find out, is that once you find somebody that speaks your language, that's an automatic connections that that happen. An automatic connections happen. You feel drawn to that person because you finally have like a peace of mind. Finally, somebody to help, somebody that can actually understand what I'm talking about. So these people need help. They need help with translation. They need help with their document, how to understand where to go and all that. And I'm going to talk about a lot of the issues that they are experiencing due to this language barrier at the shelter, in Houston, at many of the shelters. Oh, okay. Before I delve into this language and the translations problem that we are facing at the shelter, I want to talk about one of the largest shelter, actually one of the first and the biggest shelter that closed up this week. That is the George R. Brown Convention Center. Yes, they have, of course, their lease expires and George Brown has to close up. And by the shelter closing up, that left about 1,000 people with no place to go. But luckily, the Red Cross and the city decided to transport them to another shelter. And now they were all transported to the what's the name of the shelter they were translated to? I wrote it down. All right, they were transported to the Houston Community College warehouse. So this is a last minute things that happened. Apparently the Red Cross was not tracking these. I guess it happened all of a sudden. So, and the plan to use another location fell through at the last minute. So they have to transport about 1,000 plus people to the Houston Community College warehouse. I don't know how long they're gonna use the warehouse for, but last minute warehouse stuff, they're not really prepared for that, because everything, their bathroom, the shower, temporary shower, has been transported to the proposed destination before everything didn't go through. So, all these people have to basically learn to adjust and basically find an alternate place for these people to leave. All right. But the good news is that FEMA has agreed to find a temporary long-term housing for about 100 plus people. And this is going to be like a federal funded apartment. And I know that as of yesterday, some people has been moved to this federal funded apartment, which is great. But this federal funded apartment is not big enough to house a lot of people. I believe the housing is only to occupy about 100 plus, people temporarily. So, and they're proposing that, okay, if these people decide to continue to live at the shelter because they don't have a place to live, then they're going to have to pay on their own. And for those people that cannot afford to pay on their own, the government is still going to help a little bit. So there is still a hassle of finding a place to live for people. And one of the questions that I'm going to answer sometimes next week is basically it's going to require me to put a more call to the hotels nearby to all the cruise line, because these are the questions posted that I want to see if I can find answers to, or at least see if there's a solution already for it that I can actually let people know of. And if there's not, to put a call out for anyone out there that can actually help in one way or the other to meet the need that is on the ground. All right, another plan that the federal government is proposing for the evacuees is the plan to move some of the residents to a former Stars of Hope shelter. All right, the address and everything, I believe is in, let me see, Emancipations Boulevard. Okay, for those of you that are familiar with the Houston area, you probably know where I'm talking about, but that is where they're planning on moving about roughly 300 people down there, because they only have 300 bed space. So that tells me it's not going to be much, but the goal is to try to move some people down there to see if it can help meet the need at the present, with the hope that this is going to be a long time, at least 6 month lease. There's going to be a 6 month lease being signed with these facility to house these people temporarily. All right, so yeah, those are the like critical informations that came up, the last minute that I want to put out. And of course, I'm going to talk more about that again throughout the week. All right, let me go back to these interpreter issues that we have. It's a major issue, yes. And it's not a funny matter, because people are getting frustrated, because yes, nobody asked for this hurricane to come, but the fact that, yes, they are in this country and they need help. And I know the government is trying, as much as they could, but the only thing is that we need more volunteers on the ground, not just one. Yes. So to answer the question that I just read, and the questions goes again, are there translators designated at shelters to help assist those who don't speak English? The question is no. There's no particular translator designated at each shelters across Houston, but they have volunteers. They have agencies that are volunteering their time, their people, to help provide these services. Of course, this agency are not going to be there for very long. They're only there temporarily. So that means as long as these people are still at the shelter, they're going to need help understanding, first of all, what the Red Cross is saying, the message they're putting out. They're going to need help in recovering their document that are expired while they are at the shelter. They're going to need help with their DMV document. They're going to need help with translations of document and also translation of information. So the ongoing need for translators continues. I know they're not going to say they're going to teach everybody English or offer English as a second language. It's too late for that. So the vital solution is to have translators on the ground. But the questions to you all my viewer, is how can we help? How can you help? Do you know anybody that speaks English and speak another language that can actually volunteer? All right, can they just volunteer on the phone? You know, connect with the Red Cross, connect with the shelter, and say, you know what? If there's anybody on the ground that needs translation, this is how I can help. These are some options on how we can help. Or if you can take vacations, or if you can volunteer some of your time and travel out there to go help, please, please do so. This is going to help a lot, and this is going to put a lot of smile into so many people's faces, especially, you know, understanding language barrier is not an easy thing. It is a problem that we need a solutions to. You can help, and I can help. All right. I did more research. As you know, there is a document out there called the Hurricane Harvey Relief Effort document, you know, guide. That's what they call it, guide. This guide is to support immigrant communities, because Houston, Texas is an immigrant community. A large number of immigrants live in these communities. So I went up there because there is a portion on this guide that talks about, let me pull it up, non-English speakers. All right. This guide listed several organizations that provide support to non-English speakers. But the question is, yes, we have these, but the question is, will these organizations listed volunteer some of their people to go provide support to these people at the shelter? Or does these people, the people at the shelter has to go to their location? That's the question that is running through my head right now that I haven't find a solution to or find an answer to during my research. But I'm going to put out some information, vital informations, at least with a good phone number to some of the language centers or organizations that provide help to different countries, people from different countries. So let's see if I can pull these up. Okay. All right, for non-English speakers that are out there in Houston, Texas, that need help with knowing what to do, where to go, and all that. First, you can start by finding by learning about the I Speak Houston. All right, I'm going to read what is written down here verbatim. This is not my word. I Speak Houston is a city is the City of Houston official portal for resources, informations, and media that promote public access to essential information and services in languages other than English. Again, in languages other than English. All right, for more information on I Speak Houston, you can Google it on your phone if you have a cell phone. The website is www.houston.texas, meaning HoustonTX.gov. Houston spelled out TX.gov / I Speak Houston. Again, HoustonTX.gov / I Speak Houston. All right, this is a good site for you to visit to find out more resources about who can help you with your specific language. All right, they have another organizations, and this is the Alliances Language Network. Apparently, Alliances Language Network provides services for more than 70 languages. So hopefully your particular language will be one of these languages that they provide services to. Hi, hello. Long time no see. How's your mom doing? Let me invite you. How's your mom doing? Mrs. Worthy? Wow, I haven't seen you in a long time. Thanks for joining tonight. All right. Okay. Back to what I was talking about. Alliance Language Network offers services for 70 languages, and you can actually visit their website at www.alliancelanguagenetwork.org. There we have phone numbers and everything that you can call to help you out. All right, I'm gonna break this down a little bit by country, by language. So if you find anything pertaining to your language, please write it down. I'm going to try to speed it up a little bit because I don't want to spend too much time talking about this, but I know it's a very important information. If I have to visit this topic again before the end of my campaign, I will do that again. All right, for African, for those of you that speak, African languages, okay, African languages, you can actually contact 713-660-8299. All right, this is the African Business Council of Texas. Apparently, they offer disaster recovery assistance for African American business and also people that speak African languages. Let me make sure. Yeah, they work through the SBA to provide these services. So hopefully they have someone that can actually help with the interpretations of document or, interpreter of languages. All right. Again, their number is 713-660-8299. All right. Or you can visit their website at www.ghbcc.gov. All right. They have I'm not going to talk about the alliances that I mentioned earlier. The alliances for multicultural community services. Their number is at 713-776-4700. I'm going to try and post some of these organizations' informations on my Facebook page. Please like it, share it, and tag somebody in Texas, or just post it on a group page that you know that belongs to Texas, that, Texas community, or that somebody can actually benefit from it. All right. Yeah, that's the alliances. They provide, of course, immigration assistance for the refugees community. So basically, you need legal document translations. You need for your case. You need to talk to case managers. They provide all their services. Okay, they have the Arab American Cultures and Community Center. This is in Houston as well. I'm not going to read the address because, but I can post everything on my Facebook page. Their phone number this is for the Arab American Cultural and Community Center, and their number is 832-351-3366. All right. For those of you that's from India that speak Bangladesh, I don't know if this is Bangladesh. If you speak Bangladesh, the number to call is 713-922-5569. I'm going to move up. Okay, let's see. Chinese. If you speak Chinese, if you speak Mandarin or other languages in China, please call 713-271-6100. All right. And this particular community center is the Chinese Community Center. They offer translations and help with filling out applications. Let's say you want to file for your claim and you don't know how to fill up the application because it's in English. This community center can help you out. So call them. Ethiopia, those people that speak Oromo, they speak Amharic, and all of the Ethiopian language, please call the Ethiopian Community Organization in Houston. And their number is 832-573-3699. I mean, it's a long list of community out there that can actually help out. So I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna put out about 4 more, and I'm gonna call it a day. But I will post everything on my Facebook page like I always do. All right, for Filipinos that need help with translations or for food or first responders or anything else, at the shelter, please go to this website, www.fyphouston.com. They don't have a number listed here, but they have a website. And I believe if you go to the website, you probably can find a good number to call. All right, for Hispanic, they have the Eastern Hispanic Forum. There's somebody out there that can help you out. It's 713-522-8077. All right, let's see. What other language do we have here? We have Indian. All right, there's a place called Indian House. You can call them at 713-929-1900. All right, let's see. Let me talk about Korean a little bit. The Korean Community Center of Houston, the Japanese American Society of Houston. They have the Nigerian Foundations in Houston, Texas. All these people can help you out. The Pakistan Association of Greater Houston. Their number is 281-741-8642. All right, I'm going to go back a little bit because I think I skipped a few numbers. The Japanese, 713-963-0121. For Iranian, 832-767-1636. I know I'm spinning through these, but you'll understand why I'm doing this. For Japanese, 713-963-0121. Let's see. Let's see. And for those people that speak Vietnamese, the number is 281-933-8118. All right. Some countries actually have multiple locations that they can contact. So I'm going to post all these on the website. So I hope this helped answer the questions saying that do they have translator? I know no, they don't have a designated translator, but there's a place that you can call to help. Yes, no one is on the ground when you needed them, but if you have a cell phone, you can always make a call. And I know if you call this number, they will speak the language that you understand, and they can help you find out information and help you translate your document if you need help with it and all that. During the week, starting tomorrow, I'm going to be putting on information, especially I'm going to focus on this a little bit, especially for those people that doesn't speak English. All right, I'm going to focus on, I spent about 2-3 days dealing with these matters because apparently it's a problem at the shelter. And we still have thousands of people at the shelters, and a lot of them are just displaced, and they don't have a family that speak English and they need help. So that's what I'm going to spend my time doing and finding out more information that can actually help the people on the ground. All right, if there's any way, if there's any way you want to help these people, please tag me, post it on my Facebook, comment on this video, and I'm going to, we're going to put that information out because there's a lot of people that need help. And I know you can help. If we all come together, we can actually move mountains. So I hope this helps somebody out there. Please like, share, and tag somebody. This video will be on YouTube by noon tomorrow. So you will always see it. And if you want to rewatch it again, or if you want to share with somebody, it's going to be available. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate your time. Thank you. Thank you for joining me on day 19. We're moving on up. 30 days coming very, very soon. All right. Thanks again for your time, and you have a good night. Take care. Bye-bye.